or good morning, wherever you are in the world. We're going to let some more folks trickle in. Right now, we have about 33. So we'll give it a couple more minutes, let some folks jump on in. I'm joined this evening by my wonderful co-host, Daniel Denaire. My name is David DeRosa. I am the head of business development here at VeeFriends. Today, we're going to we're going to make sure that all of you are very strong at a lot of the basics of crypto, NFTs, buying Ethereum, setting up your wallets, and buying NFTs. I know that sounds like a lot for just an hour, but we're really excited to be able to host these classes for all y'all. And we'll host a Q&A once we get through the presentation. We'll do as long of a Q&A as we can. And if you have any targeted questions, whether it be about how to buy Ethereum or what wallets to use or anything like that, hopefully we can answer them. All right. So I am going to pull up the deck. So just give me one moment. All right, Daniel, I'm going to ask you to keep me honest here. How are we looking now? Thumbs up. I love it. Like I said before, we're going to have a Q&A after the fact. So we ask that you please keep your mics muted for the duration of the presentation deck. But try to remember all of this. All of it will be available to you. So let's make that very clear. This deck that you're seeing here on the screen will be made available to you at any time after the presentation. So if I go too quickly, or if you need to look over something again, no worries. All you have to do is go to this deck, which will also have all of the links to the videos and to the resources that we provide to you. So the overarching theme of today is how to buy your first NFT. Everyone's got to start at the beginning of the journey. And the very common first question is, what the bleep are NFTs? And what we're talking about when we use the term NFTs is that it's a unique digital asset that exists in a variety of industries. In this case, most popularly digital art. But there's also virtual real estate and collectibles. There's gaming and a lot more, and there will be a lot more as time goes on. The biggest difference between an NFT and a right-click save type of JPEG is you can prove your ownership and past ownership of an NFT. So it's authentic. You can't divide it up into a bunch of pieces. It's what you see is what you get. Each one is unique. They each have their own token number or serial number. It's just like a thumbprint. Each one is its own NFT. They are transferable. So buy, sell, trade, gift, whatever you want to do, you are able to move NFTs from one wallet to another. And the word at the bottom here, provenance, is really just a fancy word for what I said before, which is you can see which wallets or past owners that NFT has been a part of. So for example, one of the most popular tokens in the VeeFriends ecosystem is called Gary Originally Owned. And how we prove that is that you can actually see that when it was created, the first wallet it existed in was Gary's. So when I say the term wallet, it's not like something that you keep your dollar bills in and your driver's license. A crypto wallet is a digital place. Well, I guess it's similar to where you would keep your money. It's a digital place where you store all of your digital assets, and that can be cryptocurrency or NFTs. In order for you to actually use your crypto, you're going to need to sign up for a wallet, because your wallet actually becomes the bridge between the normal internet, Web 2, and the new internet that we're all here talking about today, which is commonly referred to as Web 3. We're going to say this about 25 times tonight because we want to drill it into your brains how important it is. You're going to hear the term secret phrase, secret seed phrase. There's a bunch of different ways to say it. Ultimately, you want to treat your secret phrase, which is going to be a series of 12 separate words, or even more, I think, 24 separate words that are completely unique. And it's impossible to guess them in the order that they are. And anytime somebody asks you for your secret phrase, it is most likely 99.999% a scam, and they're trying to steal your money. That will give them, the secret phrase gives them access to your wallet. So basically, just like a bank PIN, just like your social security number, if you have a secret phrase, you have complete access to a wallet. We can't overstress that. Another term you're going to hear is a hot wallet versus a cold wallet. And really, those are just colloquial terms for a hot wallet is a software wallet. It's something that is, you access it purely by your browser or an app on your phone. A hardware wallet is a physical piece. It's a physical device that in order to transact out of the wallet, just like your bank account, you would need a manual physical action in order to authorize a transaction. We'll go over that a little bit more later, but there's two types of wallets, hot and cold. Cold is definitely more secure. Hot is definitely more convenient. So here are some popular hot wallets that we really like. Metamask being definitely the most common, and the one that we're going to help you folks set up today if you follow along. Some other wallets that exist that you'll see all over Web3 are Coinbase, Wallet Connect, Rainbow, and Trust. I'm partial to Rainbow. I think it has a great user interface. The most common hardware wallets, on the other hand, are Ledger and Trezor. There are others. These are by far the most popular. If you're ever going to order or purchase a hardware wallet, don't buy it from eBay or Amazon. Go directly to the manufacturer site and order it from them. The reason being, really good hackers have a way of creating loopholes or screen doors within the wallets. They'll sell them on eBay, and then all of a sudden you think you have a secure wallet, and in fact, you're getting compromised. So if you ever purchase a hardware wallet, just go directly to the site. It's worth not paying the price. The other common question is, should I interact with Web3 on a desktop or mobile? And the answer is, it's actually really straightforward, especially for beginners. If you're in this class and you're here to learn today, my recommendation would be to just learn on desktop. I understand a lot of folks don't have access to desktops, but it's definitely the most user-friendly way to interact with Web3. Once you start to get your feet wet and learn how Web3 works, you can then use mobile, and it's a little bit easier because you'll understand what it means to sign transactions and buy NFTs and things of that nature. But while mobile might be more convenient, especially if you're out and about, desktop is definitely the easiest user interface. So this is going to be about a 10-minute video that we recorded, which goes through how to set up a MetaMask. And we're going to watch the entire thing together because it's really important that you understand, especially that point where you get your seed phrase. And while we're going through this video, I just want you to remember if you have any questions, because this is the most critical part next to actually buying your Ethereum. So I'm going to go ahead and click play, and we'll dig right in.
Today, we're going to learn how to download and add the MetaMask wallet extension.
Daniel, how's my audio?
Browser. We're going to use MetaMask because it's the most widely used wallet. There's other wallets available, but for our demonstration purposes, MetaMask is what we chose. So the first thing we're going to do is go to metamask.io, which is the website that you can download the extension. Always double check the URL whenever you're downloading or connecting your wallet to any site. we're very early into Web 3.0. And one of the exploits that people use is creating a site that looks almost identical to a site that you're trying to go to, and then being able to exploit you that way. So make sure it's the correct URL, the correct .io, not .com or .org in circumstances. So we're at metamask.io, which is proper. And we're going to go to the top right, and we're going to hit download. You can see the supported browsers: Chrome, Firefox, Brave, and Edge. We're going with the most user-friendly in my experience, which is going to be Chrome. You can see that on the top, it is already prompted us to use Chrome. There's a tab for iOS and Android, but once again, we're going to go with the easiest, which is going to be Chrome on our desktop. They do have mobile, but it is it's less buggy and it's a much easier experience with desktop and Chrome. So that's what we're suggesting here. So it's going to say install MetaMask for Chrome. And it's going to bring us to the Chrome Web Store. And we want to add to Chrome. And we want to make sure it's the correct one, which it is. And you'll see a video on the bottom from the MetaMask team. And we always suggest getting as much information as possible. And add the extension. So we can navigate away from the Chrome store, see the extensions tab, and we want to actually add it to the top bar. So we'll click that and then pin it. And now you can see the cute little fox on the top right there. So once we click there, we want to open up the MetaMask site, and you'll be able to see that we go to MetaMask and that we can get started. But first, check out that the fox will follow our mouse. So get started. And here you have two options. We're going to use yes, let's get set up. That's for someone with no wallet or anything like that. The other option, no, I already have a secret recovery phrase, is if you've already set up a wallet, which for our purposes, you have not. So let's get started. Let's get set up. Help us improve MetaMask. I would read through this, do your own research. It's not going to be giving your information, exposing you in any way. So I clicked agree, but check it out and read it yourself. We'll create a password. And with this password, I want you to write it down on a piece of paper. I don't like to keep my passwords or recovery phrase on my computer. We'll get to that in the security section, but let's click that and move forward. So now that we have this password, we're going to go to secure your wallet here. So let's take a little bit of time to talk about what a secret recovery phrase is. It's a 12-word phrase that is your master key to your wallet and your funds. So I can't stress how important the secret recovery phrase is. Everyone wants it. Every scammer is going to be trying to get it. You might hear seed phrase. It was called seed phrase before secret recovery phrase, but it's basically the same terminology.
I'm going to pause the video real quickly because, again, like I said, I'm going to make good on my promise. We cannot overemphasize this enough, especially to newbies. The secret recovery phrase, if anybody ever asks you for it, any website, any human, whatever, you should stop what you're doing. The deal might be too good to be true. Slow down and check all of the things that tell you if a website is secure, or if a deal is secure, or if an NFT is secure. It is, if anybody is asking you for it, I've never heard of someone asking for it that wasn't trying to hack into a wallet. So as we go through this adventure together, I just want you all to know that rule number one of NFT Club is don't give out your secret recovery phrase. Period.
You're going to be writing this down on a piece of paper, not keeping it on your computer because it can get exploited. And
that's another important point. Never take a screenshot. Don't take a picture on your phone. Don't save it as a Word doc or a notes doc on your computer. Write it down with a pencil on a piece of paper. If you can, put it in something that protects that paper, put it in a fireproof safe, put it in 2 different locations. If you lose it, you will not have access to your wallet ever. There are literally people that have lost tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars because they lost their secret recovery phrase, or they got hacked because they accidentally gave their secret recovery phrase away. This is the equivalent of the key to your house. If anybody has it, they have full access to everything in that wallet.
And I'd write it on a couple of pieces of paper and put it in a couple of different places. And then you would want to watch this video and read the information on this little tab. But I want to stress how important it is. It's your bank information, it's your social security number. It's if they have access to your wallet and your seed recovery phrase, they have access to everything in your wallet and all your NFTs, all your funds, and hopefully all your NFTs are going to be valuable and precious to you. So we want to make sure that you're as safe as possible. And let's hit next. So secret recovery phrase, once we click here, for our purposes, we'll show it because this is just kind of a test. But once we click this, it shows you the 12 words, the holy grail of your password. So make sure you write this down on a piece of paper a couple of times, exactly in the order that it is. If you lose this, you lose everything. And if you give this up, you give up everything. So I'm hoping that I am stressing this enough for you. We want to write this stuff down. We're going to need that, but some tips on the right. Store this phrase in a password manager. Like I would not do that. Write this on a piece of paper. I would do that. Memorize this phrase. I have people that memorize it. Just be careful. If you memorize it, you might be quick to use it. So you always want your brain to always know if someone asks for that, you want everything to come to a screeching halt. But here, let's confirm that exactly how we saw it on the page before. And I'll take this time to continually stress how important the secret recovery phrase is. So always make sure that you're keeping it safe, please. We will talk about it in security, but like pretty much no one will ever ask you for your secret recovery phrase. A website will not ask you. So if any website does, even if it's Firefox, there's potentially an exploit there. Everything should come to a complete halt in your mind, and you want to reset and make sure everything is safe. Never give it up. So congratulations, you've downloaded and added the extension to Google Chrome. You've done it. You now have a wallet, and we're very, very proud. So read through all the information, and we want to click I'm done here, and then we'll go check out the wallet a little bit. So it's just saying what's new. They're talking a little bit about where transactions are easier to read. But in your wallet, you're basically going to be looking at your options here: buy, send, swap. Those are all going to be like kind of third-party things, but the most important I would say is under account 1 is going to be your public wallet address, which you're going to be giving that to people that you want to send money to, or if they want to send you something. It's not a secret or anything like that. You can give that out pretty regularly, and it's not a problem. But let's go to buy. You can deposit ETH through here. Like I said, these are third-party apps. So we'll go over that a little bit, but send, you would put in, if you wanted to send money to somebody like me, you could put my wallet address in there. And then if you want to swap ETH for a different token, you can as well there. So those are basically the pretty standard options for your wallet. On the bottom there, it says assets and activity. So assets, when you get something, you'll see it, and then activity, it'll show you that as well. We'll go over that more a little bit later. And then you can see, you can create a new wallet. You can set up your hardware wallet, and there's different networks. All things we'll go over, but I do want to stress how lovely it's been setting up the wallet with you.
Okay.
Today we're going to learn how to download and add.
All right. Don't want to hear that again. A couple of questions that we saw in the chat as the video was going on. Should you use, what was that about a password manager? The rule of thumb is just never store your password digitally. It's not out of the question for hackers to be able to walk past you and steal all of the photos or information off of your phone. There are very sophisticated hackers out there that are capable of it. So you just never want to have that for the peace of mind. You never want to have that kind of lurking out there. The other question was, how can you have more than one wallet? Yes, you can have infinite wallets. You can make as many of these as you want, as long as you keep all the seed phrases or the secret phrases. You can have as many as you want. You can also make multiple wallets within the same seed phrase. So you saw on that video, there was one that said create wallet. You can literally make as many wallets as you want that are all attached to the same secret phrase. So that's kind of the 202, the next level class, but those are the answers to the questions in the chat. So we'll keep on moving on. And at the end of that video, you saw Joe, our wonderful spokesperson, going through how you can buy crypto. You can buy it via MetaMask, but we love using Coinbase as our primary exchange. The reason for it, it's a public company. They're extremely user-friendly. It's easy to navigate around. And like I said, because it's a public company, there's somebody on the other end of the line, usually, that if you have questions, there's just such a robust support network for it. There's also Binance, which you see down here in the bottom left. If you're not in the US, you can use Binance. There's Gemini. I believe that one was founded by the Winklevoss twins. And then you can actually buy crypto on PayPal, believe it or not. So each of these have their own limits. If you're a high roller, we suggest Gemini or Coinbase. Or actually Binance too. If you're just trying to do, 10, 20, 50, $100, smaller amounts, PayPal works just fine. So we have another video here of how to set up your Coinbase. I'm going to skip through it with you so we don't have to sit here for the full 10 minutes watching the video. Like I said, because Coinbase is so user-friendly, it's kind of self-explanatory. They really walk you through nice and easy when you go to set up the account. So I'm going to click play here. You go to coinbase.com. You always look for, actually, if you see it on my browser here, the little padlock. That means it's a secure site. Bad sites, spam sites, scam sites don't have that, because it means your data as you send it to the site is encrypted. So when you look for that padlock, if you go to coinbase.com, find the padlock, HTTPS, the S stands for secure, coinbase.com, you're good to go.
Learn how to sign up for Coinbase cryptocurrency.
So we're going to just skip through, and at the top here, you're going to click this button that says sign up, just like you would for any other account on the internet.
The top right, choose the state we're in, which is New York for us.
This is the equivalent of setting up a bank account. They're going to ask you for a bunch of financial information. Where do you live? How much money do you make? I think is one of the questions. They're going to ask you for, or no, not how much money you make. How much do you plan on trading on the platform? They're going to ask you for a photo of your ID. And that's all to verify that you are who you say you are.
We're going to.
So just like any other site, you're going to set up. You're going to set up your password. We always recommend using a random password generator, especially for something like this, where it's going to have access to all of your finances, or at least the finances that you hook up to it. You want at least 8 characters. You want at least a couple of capital letters, numbers, weird symbols like the @ symbol, %, ampersand, whatever it is. You can also make it a passphrase. Passphrases are really common. So if there's a sentence that you can remember that's 20 letters long, use that. My mom makes really good cookies, exclamation point at symbol percentage, like put them in there. There's a lot of ways that you can do it, but you want to make it secure. You also want to set up two-factor authentication, just like you would with your bank account, because if somebody does manage to hack it, they won't be able to get past the 2FA, the two-factor authentication, because it'll go to your cell phone and you would have a 6-digit PIN that you would have to put in. As I mentioned before, you're going to have to verify your identity. So in this situation, you're going to want to put in your first name, last name, date of birth, where you live, are you employed, the last 4 of your social. I mean, they get deep. They really want to know who you are because they don't want people using Coinbase maliciously. As I mentioned, how much do you anticipate to trade per year? And what industry do you work in? I don't know why they care about the industry. Maybe if you're in finance, that might have something to do with it. But they generally ask these questions to figure out how much your account's going to be used within the Coinbase ecosystem. So as we skip ahead, you're going to need to set up several levels within the Coinbase ecosystem. Level 1, it lets you invest up to $9,500. And that's if you verify your phone number. Level 2, it'll let you do unlimited investing as well as wire transfers. Wire transfers are very useful because if you wire in the money, you're able to transfer it out of Coinbase into a Metamask wallet immediately. If you don't do that and you just set up a debit card or a savings account as an ACH transfer, it's going to take up to 7 days for you to actually get that Ethereum out of the wallet into your MetaMask. You're able to trade during that period, but Coinbase needs to actually have the money in their wallet. So a wire transfer is super useful. And then level 3 enables you to send and receive cryptocurrency. So level 3 is you got to have your photo ID or passport. You got to verify your personal information and you have to verify your phone number. So once we get to that point, you're going to link a bank account, a PayPal, a debit card, and you'll have the ability to do your wire transfers. For me, I just had a savings account or a checking account that had a couple bucks in it that I linked over to it. And then I fund that account, which I then fund to Coinbase. It's a really straightforward process. But you can really hook up your Coinbase to any account that you like. And then if you want to do wire transfers in the future, you just click the wire transfer button down here, and there's a step-by-step instruction on how to do that. You can go back to this chart. We actually have it as a slide later in the deck, but this is a really good chart to see just because it'll give you expectations on when your crypto will be available to trade. So like I said, an ACH transfer, 3 to 5 business days, instant cash outs or instant by the name. You can go through this, study the chart, figure out which one makes the most sense for what you're trying to do while you buy and sell crypto and NFTs. So I'm going to skip ahead. La-di-da-di-da. Where are we? And that's the end of that video. This video is going to be on the same vein, and it's how to actually purchase Ethereum and then get that Ethereum into your MetaMask. So there's a step 1, you got to buy the stuff. There's a step 2, you got to bridge it into Web3, which is your MetaMask. So what you're going to do when this is what your home screen on Coinbase is going to look like when you actually sign up. And it's really straightforward, just like any trading site. Like if you have a Fidelity or E-Trade account, you're going to have the ability to buy, sell. So you click buy, sell on the top right, and you're going to get met with this screen here, which is really, really straightforward. Input the amount of money you want to spend, choose the currency that you want to buy, and pay with whatever account you have linked to Coinbase. You can click this when you click Bitcoin, it's going to default to Bitcoin. That was just the most popular, and that's the one that it's going to default to. When you click Bitcoin, you're going to have a whole list of currencies. I mean, literally thousands at this point of currencies that you can buy. And the only one that you should care about for right now, for the purpose of this lesson, is Ethereum. ETH is its symbol. You do not want to buy Ethereum Classic. It's maybe, I think, $10 a coin at this point. Ethereum is valued at around 3,000 US dollars per coin. So you want Ethereum or you want Ethereum regular, not classic. If it's $10 or less, or if it's not $3,000 or several $1,000s, you're on the wrong one. So you're going to go ahead, switch to Ethereum. It looks like this. It's a blue circle with a little diamond. Classic is a green circle with a little diamond. So you want the blue circle. For the purpose of this demonstration, we purchased $250 worth. And then once you click buy, it's going to prompt you with the screen. It's going to brief you on all of the fees. There are so many fees in NFT land, which it's because their computers need to verify transactions. In this case, it's Coinbase taking their VIG. It's why they're a public company and they can stay in business. So even though we put in $250, there's a $1.25 fee for this particular transaction. So we are going to purchase $248.75 of Ethereum, which at the time of this purchase was 0.076 Ethereum. We click confirm. And shortly thereafter, your screen will look like this. And congratulations, at this point, you bought your first Ethereum. It's going to show your portfolio balance here in the graph, $251.55. And then it's going to show your assets. What do you own? And it shows right here, the 0.076 Ethereum. At the time, it was $3,200 per coin. 97.5% of this portfolio is Ethereum, and its US dollar value, I guess it went down since in the couple of seconds, but $245. So you'll be able to look at your home-based dashboard of basically how much money you have in the account. Now we want to talk about how do you get this Ethereum from Coinbase into your MetaMask. Just like buy, sell, you got send and receive. We're sending this Ethereum from this wallet or this account into your new wallet. Just like a bank account, this account can receive as many funds as you want. Daniel could throw as much ETH into my Coinbase that he wants to. It takes me being in the account. You can do it whenever you want, Daniel. It takes me actually being in the account to authorize the transaction out. Anything can come in. It takes me to get Ethereum out. So when we click send receive, you're going to, before you click send receive, you're going to want to click the fox at the top of your browser. You see it right here on mine, where there's a little fox up here. You're going to click it. And like you saw in the video before, you can copy this account number. It's a string of 40 some odd letters and numbers. It's completely unique to you, just like your bank account number is to you, just like your social security number is to you. That wallet is the only one that exists on the planet. And anytime you see this little icon of two squares overlapping each other, that just means you can hover over it and copy it. So what you will do is hover over, you'll copy it, and then you'll come to the send receive button, which will bring you to a screen like this. You input how many dollars worth of Ethereum you want to transfer into your MetaMask. So what we've done by copying the wallet address to your clipboard is now all you have to do is hit Control V or Command V or right click paste to get everything sent directly to that address. And the easy way to do it, as you'll see when we copy it in, is you look at the last 4 digits or the last 4 characters, and you just want to make sure that that matches up. So here on our wallet, we have 929C as in Charlie. And we come here and we see that the one that we copied also says 929C, which means that we've copied the correct address. We can then feel really comfortable sending $245.12 worth of Ethereum to that address. So once you copy it in, you click continue. And then what ends up happening is like I said, there's fees and everything in this game. You're going to see the Coinbase fee, which in this case was 0. And then you're going to see the network fee, which is basically the fee that you pay people running computers to verify that this wallet is sending this amount of Ethereum to this wallet. It's basically a bank teller at that point. Once you agree to that, it's really non-negotiable. It fluctuates, but it's non-negotiable. You click send now. Once you click send now, you're going to get a 2-factor authentication if you set that up on your cell phone saying, hey, this is just, you're sending this amount to your MetaMask wallet. Type in the 6-digit code, just like you would with the 6-digit code. It then says, okay, that Ethereum is on its way to your wallet. You wait a couple of seconds, in some cases, a couple of minutes. The first time you do it, it's nerve-wracking, frankly, because it's just your money goes poof into the ether and it's a little confusing. And it's going to be a little scary at first, but shortly thereafter, assuming you copied your Ethereum address correctly, that money is going to show up in your MetaMask, which is really cool. It just all of a sudden shows up. And you'll see before we had 0.04 Ethereum. Now, after the transfer, we have 0.11 Ethereum. And that is really what you can do is in your activity tab, you'll see and verify that we just sent 0.07 Ethereum to this wallet. So that is how we get Ethereum out of Coinbase into MetaMask. If this was too fast for you, or if you need a refresher, like I said, this video is going to be completely available to you. Watch it a million times, get really comfortable with the process, know where you might get scared, and know what to expect as you go through the process. Okay. As I mentioned before, this chart is in here for you as well. It'll give you a realistic expectation of how quickly you'll be able to move funds that you deposit into Coinbase out of Coinbase to your MetaMask. Now we have the lesson of how to buy your first NFT. This is frankly my favorite part of the entire class because this is just a really fun occasion for everybody involved. Just like the last video, I'm going to skip around and I'm just going to kind of explain what's going on. I'll try to make it quick so we can get to the Q&A as fast as possible. You're going to want to go to a website called OpenSea.io. This is now Web3. You're able to connect your MetaMask wallet to this site and interact in a way with this site that you wouldn't in Web 2. That being said, because it's Web 3, you have to be on the lookout for scam artists. There are people that have made sites that look exactly like OpenSea, but it's OpenSea.xyz or whatever. It doesn't have the padlock on the URL that I was talking about before. And what will happen is you'll connect your wallet. You got $10,000 of Ethereum. You're ready to go. You're buying your NFTs. And then all of a sudden you connect to a malicious site and you now gave access to somebody that can go into your wallet and steal everything. So you want to make sure it's OpenSea.io, Indigo Oscar. On this video, you're seeing the way that we connect the wallet, which is you click there's going to be a little circle on the top. You sign a transaction, you're going to get a notification, hey, sign this transaction to connect your wallet to the site. You'll see a little green dot, which I'll go back and just show you what it looks like. Once you click that, you'll verify that your wallet is connected. Green dot says connected, pretty straightforward. You're just like Twitter, just like Instagram, there are blue check verification. So if you're buying a really popular collection, there's going to also be copycat collections that try to have the same name, but if you go to them and you buy an NFT, they're going to take your ETH and you're going to get an NFT that's not authentic. So when possible, you always want to look for that blue check mark. In this case, we type in VEE. You can see VeeFriends is authorized as well, or authenticated as is VeeFriends mini drops, which means it's the real collection that you're buying from. So what we're going to do is skip through the actual process of buying an NFT so you can really know what to experience as you're doing it. Because like I said before, it is a little nerve-wracking when your money is getting transferred from one place to another. So what we're going to do is go to Blockchain Adventures of Bella the Blue Bot. Super cute NFT. We here at VeeFriends love them. We've worked with them before. And this is what an NFT site or collection is going to look like on OpenSea. And it gives you all the important information that you need to know about the collection. How many items or tokens or NFTs are in the collection, how many individual people own those NFTs, the floor price, which is just a fancy way of saying what the cheapest one is being sold for, and the volume traded, which just like stocks, it's the amount of times ETH or Ethereum has been exchanged in order to buy one of those NFTs. So as you scroll down, there's a bunch of different ways to filter the NFTs in a collection. You can buy now. It's kind of like eBay. You can buy now. You can look for ones that are on auction. Maybe you get them a little cheaper. You can look for ones that are brand new. You can look for ones that already have offers on them. For the sake of the conversation today, we're going to go into the buy now section, which is really straightforward. And in my opinion, the easiest to do because it's instant gratification. There's also a bunch of ways that you can filter through a collection. So for example, if I really, really wanted one of these NFTs that had the pink VR goggles, I can filter by that trait. So there are some traits that are really desirable and there are some that are more common. And it's up to you. Whichever ones you want to buy, you can filter by them. So what we do is we click into one that we really like. This guy's got skis, 3D goggles. He's super cool with his beanie. We're ready to go. So we click it. We can see who all of the previous owners were. That's that provenance word that we were talking about before, where you could go back in time and see which wallets owned that particular NFT. Super cool to think in 30 years, you could see, Derek Jeter owned a specific NFT. And, I just think that's pretty cool. So that is called provenance. It's a word you're going to hear in Web3 a lot. I just want to make sure you know what it is. Pretty straightforward. There's going to be a button that says buy now. It is exactly what it says it is. If you click that button, you're going to get to a screen that looks exactly like this. And this little button down here is going to say confirm purchase. I'm not going to find the exact tick in timestamp of where it is, but it's going to say confirm purchase. When you click that, your MetaMask is going to automatically pop up and it's going to look like this. There's going to be a section that says estimated gas fee. Remember earlier when I said everything has a fee associated to it? A gas fee is just a way that it's the same thing I told you before. It's paying computers to make that transaction to authenticate that this NFT is going to this wallet and this wallet is transferring this amount of ETH for that NFT. Gas is a variable. It's constantly changing. During weird times of the day, like 2 a.m. Eastern, gas is generally cheaper. So if you're able to time it, you can do that. There's also sites that tell you if gas is cheap or not. So you're going to scroll down and you're going to click confirm or reject. Reject, obviously, if you don't want to make the transaction. If you click confirm, you're good to go. Once you click it, it's going to look like this. For me, this was the most nerve-wracking time in my NFT ever. And Daniel, I'm sure you were the same way, because it's going to say processing and it's going to keep spinning and spinning and spinning. And it's going to be like, what the heck is going on? Why isn't this transaction confirmed yet? And it's just because it takes a while. It takes a while for those gas fees that we were talking about, for those computers to do the work that authenticates the transaction. So as it's spinning, eventually you get the beautiful green check mark. When you get that, that confirms you now are the proud owner of the NFT you were purchasing. That's always my favorite part. You get the green check mark and it's yours. You can then click the circle. In this case, it's purple. For you, it might be yellow, green, blue, whatever it is. It's a random color. You click that circle, you go to my profile, and the NFT will show up in the collected section of your profile. From here, you can transfer that NFT to other wallets. So if you want to give this, say, your brother really likes 3D movies and you want to give this to him and he loves skiing, cool. You can transfer it to his wallet. You can also sell it Just like there's a buy now button, there's going to be a sell this NFT button. And it's the exact same process. You pay the gas fee, it gets listed on the exchange. When somebody decides to buy it, you get ETH in your wallet, you lose the NFT, and it's just the way the market works, right? So actually, I just kind of went through that, didn't I, Daniel? Huh? So the other way to do it, if you want to view NFTs, is that you can actually download Rainbow Wallet onto your phone, and you can copy your ETH address, not your seed phrase. You can copy your ETH address into Rainbow Wallet. And what that will do, because every ETH address is completely public information, it will enable you to watch that wallet. So I love to have it on my phone. If I'm, out with my friends or something and they want to see one of my NFTs, I can literally click my Rainbow Wallet and all of my NFTs are going to be right there for that. I can just click into them, click the NFT and show, hey, this is what I have. It's also an easy way to verify that you have ownership of the NFT. You can say, hey, this is my wallet and I own this. Not something we're going to go over today, but definitely a video you should watch if you're interested in a heightened level of security with the hardware wallet. It's a step-by-step process of how to do it properly. Believe it or not, it's really easy to screw up. So you go through this video, you understand exactly how to do it, and it'll really help you kind of understand how wallets interact with one another, which is really something you should know anyway. If we haven't stressed it enough yet, we're going to stress it now. There are a lot of bad guys out there in Web3, a lot. Every bad guy is trying to get your money, and they're pretty good at it. So scams that are super common that you should look out for. Congratulations, you've been selected to get a VeeFriends NFT. Scam. Connect your wallet, right? Like connect your wallet, input your seed phrase. If it's too good to be true, I promise you it is. There are people that will pose as Gary or Daniel or myself or at VeeFriends, and they'll have the name, they'll have the profile picture. It'll look super legit, but look at the @ It's not at Gary V. It's not at Daniel. It's not at Dave. It is a scammer. Hey, click this link because I'm Gary V and I'm giving you an NFT. Scam. You're going to see Twitter accounts. Hey, we're the VeeFriends team. Not verified. Scam. You're going to get Discord messages. You're going to get direct messages. Hey, you've been chosen to be part of this raffle. Scam, scam, scam. If it's too good to be true, it is. So another common scam you're going to see is people transferring NFTs to really notable wallets. Gary is obviously a notable person in the space. There's a bunch of others that are crypto celebrities that, as you do your homework, you'll learn who they are. Crappy collections, let's just call it what they are, will send NFTs to a wallet to make it look like that notable person is minting or heavily collecting that NFT. And then what'll happen is people think they're getting a jump on the market. Oh, Gary's buying 30 of these NFTs right now. I'm going to go and buy a bunch. And it's a crappy NFT. It's worthless. You just bought snake oil. And believe it or not, it's a really successful scam. People think they're ahead of the market. They're not. And the real answer to that of how do I avoid that or how do I tell what's real is, there's really a notable person. They might go in and buy a bunch, but don't try to catch a falling knife. It's a common term in stocks. If something's rising sharply or falling sharply, just don't try to catch it. You'll oftentimes get burned. Gary's quote, we love to say it, Google is your mother. If you literally type in what is cryptocurrency, what are NFTs, what collections does Gary V own, that kind of thing, you're going to have to put in real homework. And I mean like 20, 30, 50 hours of homework. And you can do it once a night for an hour, whatever it is, but you're going to listen to podcasts, watch videos, attend sessions like this. And eventually you're going to learn what Web3 is. So Google is your mother. Use Google as much as you can, because generally the top hits are going to be reputable sites that you're going to be able to use to further your education in the space. Real quick, key terms: wallet address. It is the same as your bank account number. It's where everything is going to be stored. Anyone can put something in it. It takes you to take something out of it unless you give away your seed phrase. Gas, it's the fee that you pay to make a transaction on the Ethereum blockchain happen. Minting, you're buying directly from the original creator. It's the cheapest the NFT will be, or unless it goes down, but you're buying it directly from the creator. Secret phrase, sheesh. If you haven't learned it now, I'm going to drill it in one more time. Don't give it away. It is the key to your account. NFTs, tokens, they're interchangeable. It's the same thing. A token is an NFT is a token. Signing, it's the equivalent of saying, yes, I authorize this transaction to happen with my wallet. So when you sign a transaction, it's the equivalent of saying, yes, I am moving this thing to this wallet, or yes, I am connecting to this site. As you go through this deck, all of the links that you might need are here in the index section. Click through them. It's a great way to learn. Never hesitate. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram. Hit us actually, yeah, Discord, bottom right. Discord is a great place. We have a ton of support. Every question you could possibly want answered is going to be in a channel in our Discord. Highly recommend you jump in there. The community rocks, and it's a lot of fun. So with that, we are going to stop the share. We are going to open up for questions. Daniel is going to admit people to unmute and ask any questions, and Daniel and I will answer to the best of our ability.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. And just a reminder to everyone out there, if you have a question, make sure you look below, click on that reaction button on the bottom of your screen here within Zoom and click raise hand. That way we know that you have a question that you'd like to ask.
All right, who's the brave number one?
We got a clap.
Yeah, I was going to say, Vino gave us a clap. That's kind of you, Vino.
No questions? I know someone's going to have a question out there.
There we go. What's up, Eric?
Go ahead and unmute, Eric.
Hi, how's it going?
Very well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. This is very informative, and I'd first like to thank you guys for doing this. So I live in Canada. I just got into all of this stuff, and I started with an app called Wealthsimple. Have you heard of it?
I have not.
I have not.
Okay. So I believe it's the same as like Coinbase and all those other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question is relating to the gas fees. So I'm trying to transfer money out of that and or crypto.
Gotcha.
And like say I have 0.06 ETH right now.
Sure.
It's only allowing me to transfer say 0.02.
Yep.
Maybe you could just touch base on that, and maybe what my best option maybe to get out of that amateur level app.
No, it's not amateur level. You're above someone who's never done anything. So quick question. How old is your account?
Honestly, within 3 weeks.
That might be part of it. Remember earlier how I was talking about how a wire transfer enables you to immediately transfer out of the wallet?
Correct.
It's possible. And again, I'm not familiar with that platform, so I'm just saying what my gut is telling me. It's possible the money hasn't cleared on their end yet. So you only 0.02 worth of dollars have potentially maybe cleared on their end, which is why you're only allowed to transfer out 0.02. I highly doubt the gas to transfer that amount of Ethereum is 0.04, because that would be a lot. That's a pretty heavy transaction for a small, and I put that in air quotes intentionally because I know it's not a small amount of money, but a small amount of ETH.
Yeah.
So that's what my gut's telling me. My recommendation would be to link up with like a Coinbase or one that's, to your credit, what you said before, a little bit more mainstream, and then that way it'll move maybe a little faster.
Awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Vinu, what's up?
Yeah, first of all, thank you. And I did clap. So
thank you.
I learned a lot. Obviously, this is This is really amazing.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I did have a MetaMask account for some time, but, I think I'm going back into it while you were demoing. So what I did was, while you were online, I just transferred some money from the Coinbase into the MetaMask, and then
Great.
got it into I linked that with OpenSea.
Yep.
So now I have some money, and I was trying to see how, I spent some time on it earlier as well. That's why, I didn't really buy anything. So from a, purchasing perspective, right? There are so many of them. It's so confusing.
A lot.
Yeah, and I'm totally new. Like you said, I may have to spend that 50 hours, but even otherwise, just for like, even for learning purposes, if I have to buy a couple of NFTs, how do I go about doing that? Searching for the right one, or, at least, thinking that, okay, this one is, I'm not going to lose all the money that I have, kind of thing,
Yeah. So I think the question that we're kind of distilling to here is, how do I make sure I'm buying from the right collection? Because you're right, there are so many collections.
Yes.
Some of them are crap. And the number one way is, you want to look for that blue check mark. So if the collection is notable enough, you want to look for that blue check mark. The number two way that I really like, so if I'm doing my homework and I happen upon a collection's Discord or Twitter, and I really like the community and I think their roadmap is cool, or I really like the creators, oftentimes they'll have a direct link to their OpenSea in their Twitter or in their Discord. That's the best way to do it. You never want to go on OpenSea and search for something that you think, if it doesn't have a blue check mark. Some collections don't, even though they're legit. So you want to go to the collection's Discord or Twitter and look for the official link, which will take you right to their collection. As far as finding out which collections you should purchase, that's the homework thing. That's just getting your hands dirty, making friends in the space, finding out what you like, finding out what your goals are. Is it to make money? Is it to be part of a community? Is it to support a cause? And then you just dig in, man. It's kind of dealer's choice at that point. So my recommendation, if you're looking for an official link, go to the Twitter, go to the Discord, even their Instagram in some cases. That's the best way to do it.
The ones that are verified or with the blue check mark, aren't they expensive though, compared to?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find one here. Yeah. Yeah. Here you go. Check it out. I'll share my screen again.
Okay. Yeah. Or you can drop a link so I can.
Yeah. But this one here, I want everyone to see it. This one here, Alpha Betty Doodles, blue check mark, 10,000 items, floor price, 0.02.
Awesome.
Right? So like the verification comes generally from the volume traded. If there's been enough transactions within the collection, it'll get a blue check mark. Or if it's led by a notable person like a Gary or a celebrity, there's ways to get the blue check mark, right? Just like on Instagram or Twitter. So just because it has the blue check doesn't necessarily mean it's expensive.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That's a great point. Thank you. Thanks a lot. There are a lot of people. So thank you for your time and thanks for doing this.
Likewise. And your profile picture rocks.
Thanks.
Doc Love, what's up?
Hey, so quick question. How would you go about creating NFTs or creating a collection?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways. Depending on your coding acumen, you can get into the language, which is called Solidity.
Okay.
If you can do that, cool. That's a way to do it. Another way, you could do it straight on OpenSea. You can mint directly to your profile. So for example, if I had a JPEG that I really liked, or, let's just say I went to a ball game with a bunch of my friends and we took a cool picture and I wanted to NFT it, tokenize it is the term, and send it to them, I could do that. You just do it straight on your OpenSea. There's actually a button. I'll reshare my screen again. Top right, it says create right here.
Nice.
If I want to create signature request, sign, go through it, upload the thing, you're good to go.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Best of luck. Ryan.
Yo. You were saying that you can have multiple wallets like
Yep.
linked to the same seed phrase. Is that right? How?
Yep.
Because I set up my initial account on Coinbase, and then I got a Coinbase wallet.
Yep.
But yeah, and then I've set up my profiles with my Coinbase wallet, but then I thought maybe I should get a MetaMask wallet as well.
Yep.
But yeah, so
super common question.
Okay.
MetaMask is the way to go. If you want to own multiple wallets, I mean, I guess you could do it on Coinbase, but it comes down to if you want to own multiple Web3 wallets,
Mhm.
You're going to want MetaMask, and then it's a really straightforward process. You literally click into your profile, and there's a button that says create new wallet, and then you get a brand new address or account number.
Yeah.
But it's still connected to that seed phrase. I like to use multiple wallets if I'm transferring NFTs between my cold wallet and my hot wallet,
Mhm.
because it's a trusted place that I can stage my NFTs without having to worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you have also, while I've got you, do you have any good like resources for how to like promote your NFT collections and stuff?
No, that's a Google thing.
Yeah, cool.
Copy the people that are doing it the right way. Do your homework.
Yeah.
I mean, TikTok is getting a little saturated, but like, yeah, my best advice for you, if you're going to make one, is be different. The market's saturated and you're not first to it. So if you're different, you might win.
Different as in artwork wise?
Different as in different. There's a million ways to be different. You just got to figure them out. I know that's ambiguous, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of collections that are doing the exact same thing. And if you can figure out a way to differentiate from them, you might win.
Yeah, cool. Legend, thank you.
Take care. Meryl.
Hey, again, thanks for doing this, especially at such a basic level. It really
No, this is fun. We
helped a lot. Really,
we love hanging out. What's up?
So it's sort of a dumb question, but like I was just thinking about, you've got these accounts now, like on our laptops or even on our phones, and if you drop your phone and shatter the display, you're now going to take the phone to the mall, to put a new display on it, and potentially all this information is resident on the phone. So if that's really it's really not that different from having all your banking information. I guess, is what you're saying though, that even if somebody had access to your username and password, right, as long as they didn't have the secret phrase, the 12 name phrase, then your stuff is secure?
This is the opposite of a dumb question. This is a brilliant question, because I think it's really, really important for you to know, especially because there's two answers to it. So answer number one, and frankly, you are correct. If somebody has your password, because there's not a username, it's an address, right? Like there's no such thing as a username, it's just an address. They can't get in, but they wouldn't get to that stage unless they had your seed phrase. So if you think of it in two stages, you enter your seed phrase, then you enter your password. So let's unpack this a little bit. If you drop your phone, you take it to there, or someone steals your phone. Gary actually thinks, I heard him comment a couple of weeks ago, stolen phones might be one of the bigger crimes as this becomes more popular, because it, exactly what you kind of just alluded to. If they have your password and your Face ID, right? Like if you unlock with your Face ID or something, yeah, they could have access to your wallet. Absolutely. And that's a precaution that you need to account for. If I were in that position, I would do my best to uninstall MetaMask on my phone. I went through the exact same situation where I swapped out my iPhone because I broke it. And I just wiped the hardware, or I just wiped the wallet. I wiped the whole thing clean for that reason. But in your case, where you're getting your screen repaired, you're going to want to just remove the app. You can always reinstall the app. Okay. What's the other answer to that question? That's pretty much it. You always want to protect it. and you want to be really cautious about who has access to it.
Yeah, I guess the other thing I thought about is like, well, like you use the example of having like a separate bank account. Like you could break this up and have, like if you got so lucky to, turn $1 into whatever, $1 million, you could spread it across 10 accounts or 100 accounts and 100 wallets. So.
Yeah, yes and no. If all of those accounts are under the same seed phrase, it doesn't matter how many accounts they're under.
Oh, right.
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 So and you actually just reminded me the second answer to the question is, unlike a bank account, this is decentralized finance. You lose $200,000 in a Bank of America account, you get scammed, whatever, that's federally insured. The government will give you your money back. Bank of America will give you your money back. In this case, you're out of luck. You are Bank of America. You are completely responsible. In many cases, that's awesome. In this case, it is scary. If you're fortunate enough to strike gold in NFT land, and you want to spread your funds out like you just alluded to, you would need several different seed phrases. I think I have 6 different seed phrases that I'm circulating that I have for that reason.
Okay.
You would literally just set up a brand new wallet with a brand new seed phrase that's not related. And then you would transfer from wallet A to wallet B. Yeah. But because you own both seed phrases, you would have complete access to both wallets.
Right. Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
I hope that helps.
Yep.
Dylan.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. What's up?
Something I'm trying to understand is, and I don't know if you went over this, I was kind of like in the middle of class, just listening. Something I'm trying to understand is primary versus secondary markets. Like, what does it really mean to be on a whitelist? And how does a person on a whitelist get access to an NFT? And how does that differ from buying straight from OpenSea?
Super straightforward answer to that. So what you're referring to is minting. And minting is essentially a cute word for you're buying it directly from the creator of the NFT project. Mm-hmm. Whitelist, friends list, allow list, this is to everybody. These are terms that you're going to hear in NFT land that basically give you a fast pass or the ability to mint something before the general public. So what Dylan's referring to is you win a whitelist spot. Oftentimes they're raffled, oftentimes they're given away, depending on whatever community you're a part of. In many cases, it enables you to get the NFT before everybody else does with a small group of people. And in some cases, it allows you to mint it for cheaper, which is really cool. That being said, the whitelist is basically just the project capturing your Ethereum address, that number of 40 characters that I was talking about before. If you're on that list, they allow a certain list of wallets to access the minting page. So if your ETH address, ETH short for Ethereum, if your ETH address is not on that list, you're not allowed to connect to the site and you're not allowed to mint. If you are on the list, congrats, you get to mint before everybody else.
Oh, okay. So if I'm on the whitelist for a project, I will get access to their site and I'll have the same connect your wallet little button that I could press.
That's right.
And if you're on the whitelist, you get access.
And if you're not, you don't. It's that straightforward. Whitelists are really cool. It's a great way to get involved early and often with projects.
That's awesome. So it's that easy, just connecting to the creator's site.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because what they'll do is code the website to only allow certain wallets to connect.
Got it.
So what you just uncovered, and I heard it click in your mind, which is really cool. That's Web3.
Wow.
That's Web3. So all of a sudden, hey, I own the Knicks season tickets NFT, and I'm now able to go on the Knicks website and buy merch for 50% off because my wallet can connect to their site.
Wow.
Right? Like that's where this space is going, and it's super fun.
So Gary talks about a lot of events and stuff. Could that technology be implemented into like the hardware that allows you into a physical location?
That's what we're doing with VCon.
Oh, that's sick. Cool.
You can't get into VCon unless you own the NFT in a wallet.
Wow.
Welcome to the future, brother.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that cleared up a lot of my anxiety because I'm just freaking out about how to get my NFT, and it's just connecting to their site.
It's basically that simple. If you're on the whitelist, it's connecting to their site. Yeah.
Cool.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Take care. Ben, what's up?
Hey, Dave and Daniel, thank you guys for hosting this. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
My question, honestly, just I think I typed it in chat before, but I wanted to ask what the best place to store your NFTs. Like if I got something on OpenSea, am I going to keep that on OpenSea or should it go to a different place?
Yep. Common misconception. I'm really glad we get the opportunity to clear it up with this question. Great question. OpenSea stores nothing. OpenSea is the equivalent of a computer monitor. It only displays the meat and potatoes inside of your wallet.
Okay.
Right. So if you look up a wallet on any of the platforms that we talked about before,
yep,
it will display all of the NFTs in that wallet. OpenSea is just the most common place to purchase them, but there's a bunch of others.
Okay.
In my opinion, and probably Daniel's as well, if you are in the business of flipping NFTs quickly, or if you, if you don't have one that's really worth that much money and it's not worth it to transfer it to a hardware wallet because you'd have to pay the gas fees, you could store it in a hot wallet, which is a hot wallet is your MetaMask. It's the same thing.
And I have one in my MetaMask. So
Fantastic.
I know what you're talking about.
And it lives there. Fantastic.
Okay.
If you invest in a hardware wallet, let's say you buy a Bored Ape Yacht Club, it's worth $300,000, super coveted NFT. You never want it to be exposed. You buy a hardware wallet, you would transfer that to that. You buy a VeeFriend, you would transfer that to your hardware wallet, because if it gets stolen, you're out 300 grand.
Yeah.
And that sucks. And it happens more often than I am comfortable with.
Oof.
Right. So the answer to your question is, if it's super valuable, if it's super sentimental, I would move it to a hardware wallet.
Appreciate that.
If it's not valuable, if you're flipping it, keep it in a hot wallet so you don't have to pay the gas fees.
That makes sense. Perfect.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.
Good question. Take care. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this one. SF, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Well, what can we do for you?
I'm good. I want to ask, is Solana NFTs a good place to start, or Ethereum is much better?
I love Solana. To everybody that's not familiar, Solana is a separate blockchain from Ethereum. So when you hear Ethereum, when you hear Solana, you're going to hear Polygon, you're going to hear Bitcoin, you're going to hear a bunch of different currencies. Each currency is its own blockchain. Blockchain, fancy word for network of computers that authorize transactions within it. It's that simple. The one that Seth, did I get it? Did I get it right?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, cool. The one that Seth is talking about is called Solana. I love it because those gas fees that I've been complaining about all night exist, but they're only a couple of cents versus tens, dozens, or hundreds of dollars like it is on Ethereum. Solana is becoming wildly popular, especially for folks that are playing the game on a budget. The coin is actually, I think right now, not financial advice. I think it's a good time to buy it because at one point it was substantially more expensive. Solana is a great place to hang. I would recommend in part of your homework, I would research Solana.
Okay. And on the other hand, like if you want to buy Solana NFT or sell, do you have to pay a huge gas fees, or is just a minimal?
That's the biggest benefit of Solana, is that the gas fees are super, super low. It's that simple. Solana is a much cheaper way to play the game. The difference, you can't have a MetaMask with Solana. The equivalent is called Phantom, like Phantom of the Opera. It's like a little, it's a little ghost with a purple background. So it's a great interface. I love it.
Oh, what did you say? Phantom.
Yep, Phantom on Solana, on the Solana blockchain. Okay. Phantom is MetaMask. It's the same thing. They're not the same company. It's the same thing.
And one last question: is there any book or something which I can read about Web3, like something I can take a look at?
I would just go to Google.
Okay.
I would just go to Google and find podcasts by, there's one called, shoot, I forget the name of it, but it's by this gentleman named Kevin Rose, like Rose Al Thorn, smells like a rose. He does one that releases on a weekly basis. I love it. That's a great one. If you're a reader, if you like to read, just Google. Google's a great way to do it. If you like to watch, start with our videos, go in the VeeFriends Discord. We have covered everything on how to do it.
Oh,
So dig in.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care. Thanks for your question.
yeah.
Aaron, what's going on?
Hey guys, thank you for doing this presentation. It was very helpful and informative.
Thank you.
My question is, let's say you want to mint from a third-party site, not an OpenSea or anything. If you connect your wallet and the project is a scam or a rug or just malicious in general, without putting in your seed phrase, are you still vulnerable to them taking your stuff that's in your wallet?
Awesome question, Aaron. The answer is yes. The answer is scarily yes. Here's why. A malicious actor can code into a contract, has the ability to take all ETH out of the contract, has the ability to open the floodgates completely out of the contract. Because what an NFT is a digital contract that you own. It's represented by a picture, but you're really signing you're signing a contract. When you click sign, it's literally you're authorizing whatever's in that contract to happen. So if you sign a crappy contract that says, I now have the ability to open the floodgates and take everything out of it, it happens. That's why we don't want you connect. That's why I talked about the padlock earlier. That's why I talked about making sure that you go to the correct websites from the collection's Twitter or Discord, because if you connect to a scam site, you're screwed. It actually happened to a buddy of mine. He lost $80,000 worth of NFTs like that.
It's terrible.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
So great question. Glad the 46 people in here besides you heard the answer to it, because it's really important to know.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
No doubt, man. Good luck. That's it. That's who we got. Any other hand raises? We'll give it 10 seconds for a hand raise. Antonio, your fedora rocks. It's got some Neil Caffrey white collar vibes to it. Good show if you haven't checked it out. All right, cool. No one else is raising hands. So I think, Daniel, it's probably about time we call it a night, huh? My man. Well, Daniel's on the West Coast. Well, I guess it's nighttime for you too now. All right, cool. Well, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time. Feel free to hit us up on socials. My Twitter is _Dave DeRosa. Daniel's is @BehindTheKit. You can also get to us on the VeeFriends Discord. Like I said before, highly recommend you guys join it. There's a wealth of information and a lot of NFT veterans. And because our Discord rocks, and Gary's done a really good job of cultivating a great environment, people are always willing to help. Paolo, I'm seeing that you're raising your hand. It's like saying bye and we're going in the same direction, but I'll take the question. What's up?
Yeah, sorry, I was clapping by mistake instead of raising the hand. When you talked about Gary Vee or people sending NFTs to notable people such as Gary Vee because they want their NFTs to become popular, a person, wouldn't somebody have to accept NFT that comes to their wallet before?
Nope. It's just like a bank account. You can send whatever the heck you want into it.
Oh, I understand. Okay. So, and do you get notifications from NFTs that are coming to your wallet?
Not really. There's a way to do it. There's an app I actually just downloaded that's like decent at it called Coin Tracker. Coin Tracker, but like it's not really that good at it.
So if I go to OpenSea and I get into Gary Vee's account right now, there could be NFTs there that he doesn't even know about?
There are NFTs in there that he doesn't know about, probably the majority of them at this point.
Oh,
Because people use his account as a billboard.
I understand.
Were you around in 1997?
Yeah, yeah.
Remember when you would go to a website and there were like 700 pop-ups?
I see. Yeah.
That's where we're at right now.
With the NFT world.
Yep.
Cool. I understand. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Take care. Everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us tonight. It was a blast. Really appreciate all the questions. Like I said, hit us up on socials, join the Discord. Hopefully you put in your 50 hours of homework. Web3 is a hell of a lot of fun. We're looking forward to seeing you around. Thank you.